encouraged for gay people. So a couple of weeks ago, I heard the shocking news that some couples already make love in the bars where there are a lot of people drinking. So yeah, drinking. The most shocking thing is that even if there are a lot of people drinking there and they just try to have sex with each other, so one of the guys just drinking there and just posted and the clips was all over the place on the internet. So what I want to say is, there is a high possibility just to have sex in a public use. So this is why I think, of course, I just want to talk about the worst scenario. So this is why I don't like the gay people. So I think. So if we have to gay marriage, I think we have to polygamy or a marriage between man and animals. So hypothetically, there is a guy fall in love with cows. So I think we have to some marriages. So that's why I think this is ridiculous that I can understand it. Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of want to say the one thing. Are you guys all here to listen to other people? So you're all here to listen to other people here. You all want to hear what they're talking about. Great, Hongqin.
When it comes to this question, before answering to you, something that I find interesting about this question is that I want to ask you out because falling in love with the gay people is what I'm looking for, and your hairstyle is so sexy and your eyes so big that it's impossible to escape from your eyes. Because if I have opportunity to date with you, and I want to ask you out and I'm not interested in the lesbian and any other news that has something to do with lesbian. The only thing that I care about a lot is you and any other people. And whenever you have a post, whenever you have trouble like having a post, and what you did is so cute. So when it comes to this question, this is all my answer, and I want to ask you out as for example.
Okay, sorry guys, it's all about my class, the way I teach my classes. Like, whenever somebody's talking, you guys are just listening, right? So my question was, are you here to listen? Huh? Byung-chul, hello. Are you all just here to listen? Huh? Like those guys. Huh? You have no idea what's going on here. Oh, that guy is talking. Great. You're all going to listen. For the rest of the time here, you're going to have the meeting with those guys.
So the first, honestly, didn't get it right. First of all, we thought it's all about the implementation. After they finished the implementation,
like in the middle of the meeting, like Jacob said, like, should these guys actually ask you guys any questions? No, this teacher said, okay. You guys are all allowed to ask questions and talk. It's more like just talking. There shouldn't be any pause here. And then, okay, let's move on to the next person. Great.
I want to ask. As you know, I'm done making presentation in front of you guys, so I want to ask you, how about me? Okay, I like you. Right, so sexy. How about me? What do you think about me? Please tell me.
Case, I hate you.
You're lying.
Can you tell me reasons in detail?
He's lying.
this guy.
Where I believe in God. You know,
Okay.
I'm Protestant.
You what?
Protestant.
So God has something to do with my proposal. Give me exact reason.
Maybe as a Christian, it is impossible to date same-sex person.
Is it taboo? Is it kind of taboo?
The Bible says not love same-sexual person. That's what I'm going on to.
Amongst Christians.
What?
Are you?
No.
You know, don't kidding me. I was a special person, you know.
So what I want to do is to light things up. Don't get too serious.
I really
say
think
religion. When it comes to religion, it can
Yeah,
be
true.
serious. And I'm also
Yeah.
Christian, strong
Yeah,
Christian.
true.
So
Yeah.
talking about sexual homosexuality, and if you say that religion doesn't have anything to do with homosexuality, it's absolutely how to say hard to say, but you don't have any religion, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to
Sorry. How is it possible there are gay people even if God made people not love the same-sex people? How about this? If God made people not love the same-sex people, how can we see gay people who love?
by environment or by their I don't know something second nature.
They are kind of alien.
See, but I'm not the part of this conversation. Like you guys have to ask to my students. So yeah, that's my
We
point.
have to participate in that.
But anyway,
I want to this talking gonna be to that kind of thing.
Religion.
It may be
Yeah.
controversial to religious.
Okay, let's leave the religion off the table.
In my opinion, I'm a Christian, so I hate the same-sexual person.
Also,
I feel like I made a mistake of mentioning the religion now, so
okay, who wants to go next? Oh. You wanna go next?
it's Palestine.
Koreans didn't like to homosexual love. They pretend to be electoral. When I work the street, I see the homosexual. I think I see the them. I didn't like them.
Tell me why.
I got pity.
Good job.
Do you think Korean people can accept gay people? Because I heard a lot of American states allow gay people to get married to each other by making a law.
Yeah, and even the states where it's not allowed, I think we still accept gay people. Like I'm hearing a lot of people, like you said, I hate gay people. Kind of shocking. Donnie says I can't be friends with gay people. Even that is a bit shocking. So yeah, we accept gay people, even if it's not legal to get married in every state. So yeah. But don't ask me. I'm not gonna talk.
I kind of have an interesting idea. Some of you guys said, well, given the fact that some of you guys said you're not going to accept your same-sex marriage, what about one of your friends started confessing his love to you or Johnny, maybe? Will both of you guys answer to my question?
Who are you asking?
Both of you guys.
The guy who said they were against the gay sexual marriage.
Yeah.
In case I help them get the things off their minds. Bring them to doctor or church. And I'm sorry about saying like fighting.
Well, I didn't
But
exactly
you-
hear that way.
You asked me?
Well, any of you can answer to a question. Someone who said.
Alright, what if one of my friends said, oh, he says he loves you, and he loves me. I guess that might be the reason. I cut him out of my life group, because like every time I approach one of my friends, that friends, it comes along with the picture. There's where there's a possibility he might kiss me, and I cringe. It disgusts me. So how much I love my friends, or how long I have a relationship with him, it might be the reason that makes me cut him out of my life.
You said you're gonna. Well, I said I'm talking about friends, and you said you're gonna bring him into the doctor. And do you think it's gonna make a big problem? Like, people are gonna look down on your friends, and people are gonna swear at your friends.
I think it is impossible to change his tendency by going to doctor, because since I have experience having my friends who is lesbian, it was good time to think about gay people, because I have a lot of time to hang out with her. Because just the problem is she doesn't feel love to man, even though she's female. So, but she doesn't have any problem with his mental and body. So I would recommend you guys having a friend to understand them. So, yeah.
Interesting. Whenever you guys are done talking, you just eyes directly look at me. Yeah, I'm done. Let's move on.
Okay, someone else want to do a presentation? Who has got? Go ahead, Jay.
Okay, it's gonna be shorter than all you guys. Okay, let's get started. Homosexuality in Asia has been like hot potatoes in the world, and these days in Korea, this is one of the most conservative countries in the world. And in the world, there are many people, including celebrities like you mentioned, Hong Seok-chan came out of closet in the past. Which means like we cannot look away this issue anymore in Korea. But basically, I don't think there's any problem with having like homosexuality in Korea. But as society has been civilized, the people have been like open to the diversity, and even though we are meant to be like reproducing our next generation. As a next generation, every kid by sin, we have the right to tell them what to do, what not to do. We all have our own skeleton in our closet. Unless they have an impact on our life, I think we have to accept this like homosexuality. So the person, let me give you some example. I used to stay in England for about 6 months as for the voluntary work. Like until the end of that like voluntary work, I didn't know there were many like the gay people around my life. Just right before I left, like some of my friends told me, oh that guy, and more than 4 or 5 guys were gay. We really got along with each other. When I stayed there, I was shocked, but I found it really interesting because they are just who they are. They're not like the monster. They're just exactly like us. That's why there's no reason, there's no problem, and like having them in our life, and there's no reason just put them into like make them isolated in a different society or something. That's my opinion.
I agree with because like if, for example, Hong Seok-chan is just homosexual people, but except the homosexual love, as I think we should focus on the other things. We always focus on he is homosexual guy and that is she is a lesbian like this, but we should focus on their love. That is special, as we know, but except the other things, they have a good thing, and so we are gonna focus on the other as that person.
Sorry, I don't want to bother you when you're making a presentation, but what's the other thing or what's the good thing? Please tell me in detail.
Even though Hong Seok-chan is homosexual, he did the bad thing. You think about it? even though I got this story when he
I feel like when you have a problem having a post, I feel like you have to get your idea in order instead of talking about easily.
I got some question for you. Like as you said, like on some of guys' patient or something. Like, what if you face this situation where actually one of your friends say complains to you and they say I love you? Do you think you're gonna look at that friend as you look at Hong Seok-chan? No, like personally. I'm not talking about society. I'm not talking about anything else. Only focus on you. What do you think? Do you really think that you're gonna equally think of both of them as the same person?
It is our homework, as I think, but I start to look that people especially, but as I said a lot of time, I can change their life, their laws. So my opinion, as you after hearing your presentation, is we should look on the other things except their love. Even though he is homosexual, but even though it's look start to especially, but I want to try to same.
No. Like everybody is gonna say they're gonna try because it's what people say is wrong to judge gay people, right? So can you actually do it? If you picture yourself dating a girl, can you actually say to yourself, I can do it, or like you can accept gay people? Can you? Just personally, just there is no wrong or right? I'm just like looking for an answer, just personal answer from you.
I look, it's normal people because even though small people's love, so
you can do it.
I'd like to do it.
Sure.
Because I remember the Hong Seok-chan's story because he's gonna when she say he homosexual people, that at that time he plays in Popopo. But even though firstly there's no he think about it. If the kind of children know I'm a homosexual person, and then he decided to say their special things. So.
Sure. It's not pretty clear, but actually you made your point, I guess. You said you can, at the end you said you can. Okay, sure. Okay, we have only one life, let's talk about it, right?
First of all, thank you for giving some opportunity to tell my opinion in front of you guys. I think I didn't expect it to this situation, so to be honest, I'm a little uncomfortable and anyway, I think this is also can be a good experience.
Of course.
So just I will tell my opinion in front of you. Usually people like the people who are similar with them. So at the same time, they think the people who are different with them is kind of strange or like that. But this is not major idea or line in our society. Especially, I think Korea's economy is developed so quickly, but our mind or our kind of attitude or anticipating is not all of the speed in developing in economy. So the kind of education is not existed until now. So people know they have to understand the people who are different from them, but it is quite unnatural. So because of the reason they are different loves, they think they are strange or like that is not reasonable and unfair, I think. So I think gradually we should change our mind or thinking of the homosexual people by changing their mind first or thinking first.
Yeah, I just want to talk about my first love. I just want to make a situation. I didn't remember exactly when I fell in love with my first love. I had a crush on totally, and but hypothetically, if your first love is have same sex, do you think it is beautiful later? Yeah. So I just want to talk about my first love. So as soon as I completed the service, that is my duty for all Korean guys. I went and blind date with my first love, who looks very beautiful. Even if she was so pretty that I couldn't take my eyes off of her for a long time. But I didn't fall in love with her. It sounds weird.
I just wanted to sort of expression that they don't usually use, right?
Yeah,
it sounds really funny. No, keep going. No, like I don't want to stop you or something. Just keep going.
So I just want to ask you.
Yeah, like don't be confident just like before. Yeah, you're really nice. Yeah. Don't let your teacher. We're enjoying it. So just keep going.
That is not a big question. So
yeah. So for you to sum up, like you had a love, you had your boyfriend before, and then later you found out your ex-boyfriend is gay. How would you feel?
I don't mind. Because he's just my ex-boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend currently.
Kyung-seo, was your ex-girlfriend turned out to be lesbian?
Yeah.
I think it means I'm attracted to people who can have boyfriend as a.
Do you want to keep in touch with your ex-boyfriend who is gay?
Of course, why not?
Okay, the time for the presentation is up. I think we have to get the discussion time started, I guess. So anything, like not even related to the topics we actually chose to settle here. So anything you want to talk about, you can actually bring it up.
I want to ask you, who's in charge of teaching people also English in Zhengzhou Institute? What is the Zhengzhou Institute way?
Oh, did you tell them that we're from?
No, only those guys. And then, like, I didn't really actually want to tell them, but like some of the guys here actually took your class before.
You know, why have you taught with our video?
I didn't get your word. Please speak loudly. I didn't hear you.
Why have you fought with our leader?
Why have you fought with me?
I'm not here to watch you guys.
No, fought
Why
with.
have you fought with me?
Argument, this kind of argument. Instead of fighting.
On the internet, we kind of had an argument, right?
You're talking about the things we did on the cafe.
Yeah,
I thought the things that happened here.
And why are you here?
To see how you guys are doing, and actually, the way you speak and the way you deliver your ideas is really great, and it's very fast and fluent and confident. That is really true, and I was kind of shocked.
But
it is true.
say,
No, I'm not.
How many years we have to study English has nothing
Excuse
to do
me,
with
I'm
ability.
not finished yet. So, the thing I noticed here is that you guys are really good speaker, but be a good listener as well, right? Conversation is like a give and take, not like taking all over your opportunities. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But
So, excuse me. See, that's how you are trained.
Yeah.
That's how you are, taught or educated or something.
You just contradicted yourself a little bit. You were just telling him it's give and take. He's trying to.
No, I mean,
You stopped.
Okay, that's true. I said that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Just pointing it out.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Even though I don't want to criticize you, you have to keep your word. You have to, and you need to be a good listener.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
I think
Yeah.
I'm different from what you're thinking. Because how many years, like I said, how many years we have been studying English has nothing to do with ability to speak something in English. Because as you watch it, the people tend to have a problems having a good sentence or making a good or making a long sentence. Why are they having a problem?
Yeah, he just like officially brought up why we're here, and then like probably it's gonna get to the place where really actually why you are studying English. And how long do you think you're gonna study? Something like that. Like so basically, like the things, like the deep there.
And plus, it's proving that.
But like, yo, okay, don't like say things in a bad way or something. You have to be polite. Okay? You are not here to fight or something. You are here to prove.
Okay. So something that I want to say is that there is nothing wrong with Mikasa way. So that's a.
No, I didn't say anything like, the way you are taught is bad. No, I'm not intending to say so.
No. What you meant is...
No, I mean, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, things we talked about on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You criticized me, right? No.
I didn't actually criticize. I just doubted.
Yeah.
By saying you're like...
Yeah, I'm not... Okay, you brought it up.
You know why? Because they don't know what we're talking about. They're totally, out of this topic. So, yeah. Do we have... Okay, then. After they finish this conversation, maybe you guys can talk to me, but to them, they never heard about the story, so it's totally
It's not cool. Sorry. And I understand you didn't expect huge amount of degree, right? I understand that you guys are nervous or something. I'm really sorry, but like this is not actually initially intended. Like actually, your teacher said he's gonna come along by himself, and they didn't expect you guys to come along with it. So you guys have to understand, and I'm really, really sorry if you get really uncomfortable. But like once you got out of here, you're gonna forget it. You're gonna go back to normal. Don't worry about it. Okay, everything is gonna be cool. Trust me. Okay. And is there anything like you guys want to talk about, like about gay marriage or something, or gay people?
We talked about gay marriage enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we are not here to set up some kind of law or something, right? Like what is wrong and what is right or something. So let's move on to something else. I say like we have to start talking about something a little bit different, I guess.
More light.
Yeah, a lighter.
I have a question to you. Who did you introduce her to?
It's a good question.
So what happened to your girlfriend?
Yeah, having a girlfriend who's a lesbian?
Here is the problem. I asked her to catch me in the wrong way, so my ex-girlfriend is not lesbian. Was not lesbian.
You just made it up. You just made it up.
Make just situation, right?
Yeah, just I tried to make a situation. Sorry, yeah.
That's why it's first.
If I were you, I made
you are in my situation. Yeah.
I made a hit to your friend.
My friend.
You hitting girl?
Girlfriend interested your ex-girlfriend. One girlfriend.
What are you talking about?
You can't have the same with her. She said that she's okay with having like an ex-boyfriend or something, so it's okay. Ex.
Yeah.
Like,
Your friend
first lesbian at first. She was not lesbian at first when they were dating.
Situation.
No. Now hypothetically, it said like when he dated each other, they were. She was not lesbian. After they broke up,
I'm not criticizing the lesbian ex-girlfriend, but the person who introduced her to you.
You heard that he had a blind date, right? Blind date, right?
So they were saying you don't get it. At first, she was not lesbian. After they broke up, it turns out she was lesbian. That's why there's no
Like I
problem.
said before, I just make up the situation.
Yeah.
That is
In
totally
the
lying.
situation,
That is not real.
His friend doesn't have any problem.
Okay, who's that?
Any other topics you want to talk about? It's Thanksgiving on Thursday.
Oh,
We kind of talked about that. I don't know.
all the
Yeah, you guys don't know
here.
anything.
Okay, I'm going to bring up one question we can talk about. What's wrong, people? You already know there are a lot of people, there are a bunch of people studying English to get a job or to get something, to get a good score from TOEIC or OPIC, any kinds of test. So my question is like, what's wrong, people study English? Is there any other wrong way to study English? Most of the time, mostly people have experience in studying English, at least, I don't know, 5 or 6 years or something, but still they suck. You know what I'm saying? So what's wrong? What is wrong with people study English. Yeah, it's like you're living in my head.
It's out of the topic, and you guys' question can be rude, I think. It is out of topic, and
No. We just said we are done with the game.
Yeah, at the beginning of my sentence, I said I'm gonna bring up the question we can talk about.
We can think of talking about gay marriage.
Since we're all out of the topic, that's why Donnie started making it compassionate as well. We want to talk about something different.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Not being offensive.
No offense, please.
Don't get me wrong.
Because we are all stressed out because we are not in English, even though we spend a lot of time and money there for more than 10 years.
So one of the biggest problem when it comes to speaking English for Koreans is
If I speak English,
Just get bored of having English.
why do they or why do Korean people suck?
Because speaking English or getting bored of
Not everything. That has something to do with English.
compared to other country where there are a lot of people who can speak English.
Yeah.
So
Actually, in my case, I'm very happy and interested in English now. But when I prepared TOEIC test and when I'm in college, I'm very hard time to when I study English because I didn't interested in because we always focus on high score and to get a good job we needed it, so we didn't enjoy it because when I was I actually started in middle school and from middle school, but we always memorized, and then my teacher let me know the answer, and it is using that kind of the teaching we couldn't speak English, just to memorize and then pick the answer, and that's all. How can I, even though this situation, how can I speak English? When I traveled Australia a few months ago, I met one of the other countries people, but they really interested in English and in even though we started abroad a lot of years, but even though they have just a few months, it's okay. But I think it's a problem one of the Korean education system.
So I just want to ask you, so what is the best way to make our English skills as quickly as possible? So what do you think?
First of all, we're interested in English. I did say I like to sing the drama Desperate Housewives within our.
All you have to do is to just memorize some expression and useful structure.
Yes,
is that it?
yeah. And then after the other, when I see the other drama and movies, I found out the same of the sentence and words. I'm very happy, and I'd like to use it on other situations. So it's this step up, and then I gave it a lot of times. I can be one of the good speaker, as I think. So if I never give up, and even though I takes a lot of time, I'd like to good speaker because I'd like to be good speaker.
So can you explain a way to make people interested in English? Because most of Korean students are forced to study English held by their teacher and students. Even I write a resume for my part-time job. I should write my TOEIC score on my resume, even though I don't work and I don't work for a place that is not related to English. So can you explain a way to make people interested in English? Because we are fantastic of studying English.
Even though I know the way, how can I see here? I think it's different for different person's situation. But after experience that, in my case, it's important to be interested in English. It's not brain surgery. It's no big deal. Just we after running, and then we can use it, and we can talk about the other people come from the other countries. So
you think it's really hard, like for most people who are not ready English to have conversation with like people who are from like different countries? Yeah, personally, when I started studying English, I could understand what they're talking about on the TV show, it is said, and like whenever I'm in front of the foreign people, I cannot say anything. I'm just in front.
Even though you're good.
Like, of course. That's why, like, I really need to find. I really want to like say how we can we make other people start to be interested in English. Personally, when I'm learning English, I don't want I always thought like English would be the last thing I would be good at in the future. But once I have like confidence to talk about anything in English with other people, I started getting interested in speaking English.
Yeah, like you're asking the question to a student.
Well,
She said she doesn't know it. So it's okay, it's done. But the thing is, you have to asking all the questions that even you guys don't know the answer to.
I don't want her to answer how to improve their English. I just want to hear from her how no.
So I think it's a time for teacher and me talking about how. Say the question was how to make people interested in English, right? Yeah. I guess only one way to make people interested in English. Only one way. So yeah. Say all of you guys, you should be interested in English. I say, but the first thing you have to do to be like that is you have to make yourself good at English first. You have to feel like you can actually do it, and then over time you feel like your English is going somewhere, not like it's anywhere, like nowhere. You should feel like you are spending your time, you are spending your money. Then you should get something. Then you got something, right? That is why you are, keeping studying English. So you have to motivate yourself to study more. And other than that, there is no way to, make people interested in English. And you are studying a lot, and then you get nothing. What do you expect?
Yeah, I kind of agree with his opinion because for one, before coming to Mikasa, I studied another.
You don't mention Mikasa. It's all about English.
Don't see the big
Well, what I'm going to talk about is not related to Mikasa actually. Before coming to Mikasa, I studied English in another institute. I'm not going to say that is the name. I learned a lot of things there, and I studied a lot. I spent all my time studying English, even speaking English, learning grammars, And then what I realized was even though I spent all my time after coming to Mikasa, my level was lower intermediate, and I think there's a lot of difference between knowing a lot of things, how much you know, and how much you can actually speak, right? So I think that's my point.
Yeah, you have to keep motivating yourself to study, to keep going. And that is the only thing you can actually make yourself more interested in English. I say. Another way, I don't know, let your mother hit you? or I don't know, just make yourself in a situation where you have to speak English, going to another country and you have to struggle to talk to foreigners or something. Probably, those two ways. I mean, that is the only way. Not the best or something. That is why I can't actually come with only two things.
So you said watching English TV program have good effect on your English, so it works. Do you think is it worth watching American TV show to improve your English? Because people have a tendency to depend on subtitles when they can understand what they say. So do you think watching that TV program with subtitles is good?
So because we couldn't understand it, so I didn't study without script. Even though I didn't understand it, I couldn't understand it, and so. First of all, I checked my listening level after the movie or drama, and then even though first of all I found some word I didn't understand, and then I tried it. In this situation we're using, and the other situation I don't like to use the other words. So in my case, without script I didn't
So do you spend a lot of time practicing what you wrote on your note by speaking on your own, by making some structural, or by making your sentence longer by using that expression that you learned from TV show?
I didn't understand the question.
Okay.
In institute, I usually try to use it. Yeah.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
they keep using.
Yeah. And so, and also if I have an opportunity to travel, I try to speak English as I heard, learned and memorized. And,
Kind of expose yourself to those situations, right?
yeah, if I did it, it can be mine. never TV shows, dramas.
Yeah.
It's good. So the interesting is like you enjoy practicing English.
Practicing.
You enjoy. You say like you enjoy that watching TV shows to learn something from that. But my question is like, when do you think the things you already learned from the TV show come out of your mouth? How long do you think you have to practice to get actually used to it, or to actually say it when you say something spontaneously?
Actually, in my class in institute, we use some of the drama. We learn some expression with using drama. So, how long? If the next episode or the other situation, this some expression come up, because it's foreigner usually use it as a thing. So.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The purpose of me asking this question is like, I never enjoyed studying English. I mean, I remember sometimes.
Change your mind.
I remember the first time. Yeah, I remember the first time I was tempted to be good at English. I don't know exactly what it is, but I was at Starbucks with my girlfriend, with my ex-girlfriend, and at the time I was sitting by the entrance of the door, so which means I could see anybody coming in. And one guy coming in says hello to their friends, which are foreigners, by saying like, hey, yo, what up? As soon as I heard that, I said like, whoa, I want to be like him. That is the only purpose of me studying English. And after that, I never enjoyed studying English. Every time I try it, it pisses me off. Because I'm going to give you a hypothetical situation. Like, let's suppose that Jacob and I go see a movie. We started watching a movie and we don't watch a movie. Then Jacob asked me about how I feel about that movie. So, like, yo, what do you think of this movie? And I might say like, I don't know, it's not that good. That is the point. That is the time I beat myself. I have to beat myself. Because you already know a lot of things in your head to get yourself.
Try not to lecture them.
Okay, sorry man. I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about what I feel at the time. So I beat myself because I already know better things in my head to say something about this question. In that situation, I might say like, I don't know. It was not as good as I thought.
Yeah, like discussion is for discussion is for deciding who's actually right or something. That is where we have to go. But still, like I kind of sick of watching people attacking each other or something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not attacking.
I know you are not attacking, but you sound like you're attacking.
Oh, sorry. And I will contribute you guys, and right. It's obvious that you guys speak very well, fluent, and yeah, I want to deny that, but it's true. Then, is your other ability for reading or writing or listening is as good as you speak English like that? I just want to know, how do you improve your reading skills or writing skills? It's all needed, right? So
one second.
Yeah.
One second. You guys all have to answer the question, okay?
Okay.
Then again, you didn't answer. I answered how to make the question was what was it? Like how to make interest in English. Can you just share your idea?
Well, what? How to make students interested? Well, okay. I don't know. There's not a specific answer. It should be case by case. for different students. But I don't know. You tell me the answer. I think you have to like it. Yeah. Looking at me, I study English because I like it. And is there any answer? Is there any specific answer?
Yeah, when was the first time for you to realize you actually like speaking English? Well, like just not speaking English. When was the first time for you?
Let's see. When I was 7 or 6, I don't know. Yeah, when I was a child, my mom gave me a cassette tape. Yeah, it was a long time ago, and it was really interesting to listen to some other language. So I guess, that was the first time. If you have to tell the answer.
Sure. Okay, guys.
But anyway, You guys tell me the question I asked you guys. So how do you improve life? Okay, so in terms of speaking, you guys are good. Okay, so it's obvious. Yeah, how can I deny that? Yeah, but there are some other parts in English, right? So like reading and or writing, and when you get a good job, of course, you have to need some high TOEIC score, and listening and reading is really take a big part. So how do you study that? Like or is it as good as you speak English? Just want to know that.
I don't know myself.
Okay.
The way I see it, like the speaking, the listening comes after the speaking.
Yeah.
So when I just
excuse me, what? Like listening comes after speaking.
Personally, because I never
big shock.
I studied a TOEIC test when I was a freshman and university student. After that, I never studied that. But 5 years later, I took the test without when I studied listening and writing for anything. I got more than 900. I don't want to brag on myself. I never studied listening the TOEIC test, but because I can speak, I can listen to everything I studied when I studied speaking English.
And
all I had to do is
to be able to speak fluently. Have you not listened to any?
No, it's not like that.
Yeah,
but it's more focused on the speaking.
You just told me that listening comes after speaking, but I'm totally against that, because when it comes to procedure or how we learn language, think about when you're a baby, when you're infant. First you listen to your mom saying, your dad saying, or some other sounds from outside the world, and then you start to make a sound, mom or dad.
Yeah, of course you have to listen to it.
Yes, so listen first. Like that.
Okay. Once you get to know how to pronounce it, how to say that, and you have to speak that. You have to take it out of your mouth, and you have to get used to it, and then it's done.
At least we can speak. We can write and listen as much as we can speak.
Yeah. We did actually. I'm talking about don't focus on speaking English instead of listening to it, like other people do.
Okay. What does that mean by saying at least?
I can say. At least I can listen and write English as much as I can speak.
But we all know that
spoken
language and written language is totally different. So how can you prove that?
Okay. I have experience making presentation by preparing scripts, even though I didn't get anything. But I didn't have any problem with writing my scripts by using some structures that I used to speak. And when I think about other people who can speak English,
so that's writing for speaking. But if it has to be writing for writing, to write an email to your company workers, or if you have to, write something very formal or something very commercial, to correspond.
Yeah, we need to write some formal words to write that kind of
shit. We need that, to get a job, right? And after getting a job, and you're actually, putting into the real situation using English in both speaking and, writing. I suppose reading, but it doesn't take, big
time. We have to speak both of them. Actually, basically, we have studied both of them. So how?
It sounds like you guys are very much oriented on speaking, but it is really true that I'm.
Which one do you think takes more?
Speaking takes more. Yeah, it's obviously
You first studying, the writing, and then you started studying the speaking. Okay. And otherwise, we started studying the speaking, and then we started studying writing. Which one do you think takes more?
Do you think Korean people maybe learn first writing and reading people? Korean babies learn writing and listening, people learning speaking?
No, listen first, and then speaking comes after.
Yeah, what it meant is focus on speaking and they're spending their time on English other than spending their time on listening.
So, what do you mean to? Yeah,
they have to do it. They have to do both of them.
Yes.
But they only focus on speaking.
No, I don't think so.
No. That's what they said.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Well, my personal opinion, if the fact that we can speak in English, not listening or writing, the fact that we can speak in English shows that we know what is the difference between written English and spoken English. Which is why we know some words that are used in writing. And I'm going to give you an example. When I'm a student in Kyung University, and even though I major in international trade, since I'm interested in English a lot, I take some English courses in class. And the teacher who taught me was had a professor in English department, and he's graduated from the Seoul University, which is the biggest, the best university in the country. And then he wanted me to write an essay. And then I write an essay for 30 minutes and hand it to him. And then he said, "You're really good at writing." So I was really surprised because I never learned how to make an essay. I know a little bit since we are studying English, spoken English, but we're studying about a topic. We use that one. That's why I think, in my personal opinion, I think it's possible to write an essay, or even we can be good at writing and listening and reading, as long as we're good at speaking. And then there's a lot of difference between spoken English. Well, I know it's going to be sound. How can I say? Because I think you can find out we are using structures while we're speaking English. Like unless, if, and then like so, that, and those kind of things are also used in reading and writing and listening. That's why I say it's possible to be good at those.
That partially very true. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Then, all right then. Why would you guys tell me the ways you study, like I would say speaking or whatever? Like how do you study English? And then why don't you introduce the ways to
study
English? One second. Like you guys have to have the things organized a lot. Actually, I guess. Do you even organize it?
No.
Like, can you actually say it like in, I don't know, within like 10 sentences or something? But anyway, try. Well, you got the question, so you have to answer. Yeah. What about you, Jacob? You start.
How do I study speaking English?
No. If you tell us that the way you teach English, and then actually, you kind of supposed to come back to Korea, you actually thought, why do I have to teach students that complicated questions, right? Or like structures or something. You wondered, right? And you can actually change your mind.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so why did you tell us about that? Then probably they're going to get further.
Why don't you tell us? Because
like
saying that
okay, sure.
Okay. Let me say this. I am very impressed the way you control over all the students. Once you just look at that, then they just got freeze and like I don't know how. Tell me the way how to make that. I'm a teacher, so
okay.
That's not the way I normally teach my students. So yeah, entirely different. So yeah, I'm very impressed by the way you teach students. So no, yeah, it doesn't seem that nice or like.
Sure, I can help Stella, I guess, here. Like not, facing you guys, but facing you guys. I'm not going to give you any questions, trust me. But the thing is,